What it is, it's your boy Dutch the Damon, and you now watching Damon Time with Dutch. On today's episode of Prison Stories Uncut, we have Hagerstown, RCI, Roxbury trapped on that farm with it, man. Now, this situation took place over 20 some odd years ago, right? You had your boy up there trapped on that farm. But before I jump off in the storytelling mode, I'm gonna need all my loyal subscribers to go ahead, take a second out your day, go ahead on over to YouTube and subscribe to Dutch the Damon Speaks, man. Don't cost you nothing. Now that we got that out the way, let's get it. Now, this situation took place in Roxbury 20 some odd years ago. And if you're from Maryland, you're from Baltimore, then you should be familiar with the NBA law that was put in for effect 0607, right? Now, this stands for no bloods allowed. If you don't know about that, go check some of my older videos. I told the whole story. But anyway, after the first initial attack in that war, over 200 and some odd bloods got hit and shipped up out of Roxbury, man. I'm talking about in one day. Them boys got hit, put behind that door on administrative segregation, and shipped up out of there, sent up Cumberland and down ECI. Immediate transfer. And a lot of them had to get sent down shock trauma. And they wasn't even returning. They was sending them for shock trauma straight to a new facility. But that's how they split us up anyway. They sent them out to prison and left us in there. So all the good brothers were still on the compound up Roxbury. All 300 and something members. Besides the brothers that got jammed up and sent in Ultramax and down in that Supermax building. Some of the big brothers. But for the most part, we was still in Roxbury on the compound. Now, some of the blood slipped through the cracks. It was still like 15 of them. When I tell you they was paranoid. All of that, wearing red up and down the compound, walking together, that shit was over with. They took that red shit off. You had to really know who they was in order to know your enemy. But we knew who they was. But it wasn't like how they thought it was. They thought we was just on their ass. Whole time, it was over with. Once we did that initial situation when they got hit, that was discipline for getting out of line. So once we took care of our business, the big brothers told us to stand down on that situation, man. Leave them dudes alone. We did what we had to do. Just be on high alert, but leave them dudes alone. But they not knowing this. They walking around paranoid. And they was all on one tier together. Housing Unit 2, C tier. That's the only building where they was still in the jail. When I tell you they was paranoid, they was coming out the housing units when they go to feed up, big yard, school, any type of program, right? In the middle of the summertime, big state jackets on with the collars flipped up, trying to protect their neck. 90-something degree weather, them boys out there in state jackets on. So probably like 3 days had went by after the initial war. They took the prison off lockdown at the first fucking day. We was back in having motion, but because they thought they sent all the bloods out to jail, so they just opened the compound back up. It was about 15 of them still in there. So long story short, we had a good brother back then, man, from over East Baltimore, certified brother, had a 20-year bit, right? No nonsense type of brother. But a good dude, love the good brothers. They do anything for the good brothers, but no nonsense on anybody else, you know what I mean? For video purpose, we gonna call him Marky. Now on this third day, Marky slept housing Unit 2 C tier, right on the tier with the bloods, right? Now he already got his orders. He got his director to stand down on the situation, so he wasn't gonna do shit, right? Without confirmation, you know what I mean? But anyway, the bloods on his tier, they had their own table. They sit in the back at this table, right? The brothers got a table too, but the blood, they had a table. Now, I'm guessing the brother just got tired of coming out the cell and seeing these dudes bunched up at this table looking all scared, right? Could the brother come out the cell that day on some bullshit? And I know a lot of niggas be hearing these stories thinking I'm lying, right? Because it sound unbelievable. But you had to been there. I'm a real historian when it comes to this movement. But anyway, man, Mark came out of his cell. I'm sitting down at the table with my man. We playing a little chess. Mark, you come out the cell, tap me on my shoulder like, hey, Dutch, let me holler at you real fast. He pulled me up in the corner. He like, yo, I ain't feeling this shit, yo. I'm like, what? He like, nah, yo, I don't really trust these niggas. He like, man, what if they decide, you know what I mean, they want some get back, get it off their chest. We got the only ones left in the jail on our tier, so if they decide to ride, it's gonna be on us, not the other brothers that's in the other building, Dutch. He like, man, I ain't feeling this shit, man. I feel like they need to get up off this tier, man. Tired of washing my back when I go to the shower, tired of watching my back when I'm on the phone because they around, man. I'm ready to roll them niggas up out of here, man. But I'm telling him, I'm like, Marky, man, you already know what they told it, man. Stand down on that situation, bro. It's really out of our hands, bro. Orders come down, they don't go up, you feel me? So he looking at me like, shh. So he like, all right, I ain't gonna do nothing to him, but I'm gonna tell him what it is, man. Fuck all that, I'm gonna tell him what it is, Dutch. So when he sees this, I'm like, oh, because I'm already knowing there's gonna be some bullshit. So I'm like, all right, hold up, yo. So I go in the cell real fast, grab my blick, come back out. When he see me come back out, because he already know what I just went and did. When he see me come back out, bro bug straight up, walk over there to the blood table. When he does that, I start trailing behind him. He walks straight up on the leader at the table. Like, yo, y'all niggas gotta get out this tier, bro. Y'all niggas gotta get up out this tier, per. Y'all either gonna walk out or get carried out. Now, while he's saying this, of course, we done put all the brothers on the tail on alert, right? But they got their orders to stand down, so they ain't doing nothing. They just standing there looking, right, just to make sure. But when the Bloods see this, I lie to you not. Every last one of them together got up from that table together. Niggas was like, yo, we don't want no problems, yo, we don't want no problems. But they got up from that table and checked in all together as a unit. Now, all my years of gangbanging, I never in my life seen nothing like that. Because usually one of them had some type of heart and be like, nah, I ain't checking in. Every last one of them checked in together. Housing Unit 2, CT 2006. And I remember every last one of their faces told the police they was in fear of their life. Felt like their life was in jeopardy.